Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. How you doing out there? Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. How you doing out there? Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. Hopefully everybody's doing beautiful on this cloudy day, but it's still a beautiful day in the city of Detroit. So everything that we do, man, we just gonna keep speaking life and everything, and we gonna hold it down. Mark, how you doing over there?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, brother. As usual, keeping busy and all of that type of good stuff.
Yes, sir. Good to see you. And we just waiting on church hugs and high five to come in the building and everything. And when we do, we gonna go ahead and take communion right quick in Jesus' name and all that good stuff and everything. So church hugs and high fives is in the building. And when she steps in the building, we light it up. So hopefully everybody doing good once again. And our topic today at our show is what's that, Mark?
Uh-oh.
Go get them Crumbleys, man.
Uh-oh.
Go get them Crumbleys, man. Detroit stand up. Listen, man, I don't know what
tell about the Crumbleys, man. What because we're not talking about people may be thinking you're talking about the Nutty Professor.
Yeah, most definitely.
The Crumps. We're not talking about the Crumps. We're talking about the Crumbleys. Let them know about the stories, what's going on here in Michigan, and how they got us fucked up here in the city of Detroit.
Oh, man, they got a lot of people messed up in the city of Detroit, man, to the point where they already told you what they son. They son already was about their action. I guess because they visited his house a week or something like that before the jump off at the school.
You got to start them from the beginning, Dave. A lot of people may not know. A lot of people ain't in Michigan.
Oh yeah, my bad. Because
so we got to start them from
because
scratch.
We got to make sure that Oxford is not right outside Michigan. Oxford is like damn near an hour away from Detroit. So, but the narrative they was pushing in the beginning that, a shooting right outside Detroit, And I got to thinking like Oxford, Michigan is not right outside Detroit. Why the narrative has to be on us?
But see, Dave, you still ain't explained to the audience what's going on, Dave.
As far
a lot of people don't even know what you're talking about, Dave.
About the Crumbleys?
Yeah.
About the bag?
What are we looking for the Crumbleys for? What did their son do? A lot of people don't know. You got to start from the beginning.
Okay.
Dave.
Their son came into a school up in Oxford, Michigan, and shot the school up. Was that last week?
Yeah.
It was last week. The son came in and shot the school up. But before he shot the school up, they had already had a meeting with the son and the parents on some kind of like messages and videos that he was already pushing out. So if you go into a household and you sit down and authorities sit down with the parents and say, hey, listen, I think we got a problem with this kid and everything, or these are the stories we're hearing about your kid and everything, and they turn around and be like, well, our kid's not like that. And then the following couple days, I think it's like a couple days. They said a couple hours, but I think it might have been a couple days.
They said the same day. It was, I believe, 2 days prior to the shooting that the parents were there, and then the morning of they were there a second time, right? And then hours after that second visit is when the shooting actually happened. So it was maybe 2 or 3 hours after the parents had just left. Speaking with the school administration about that kid's behavior problems,
and you go in there,
he decided to take upon himself and use a gun that now it looks like they got for him.
Yeah. See, I didn't know that. They might have got the gun for him, huh?
What other reason would they have to be on the run? Because we got news reports now where we see that they are actually
on the run. And he goes into the school and shoots kills four kids. Four, am I right? I don't want to be saying that.
Yeah, it was four. It was
okay,
four
it was
kids.
four.
Yeah, it was four that eventually passed away. It was four. First, the first initial day that it happened, it was 3 students that passed away. But then I believe it was yesterday, it was yesterday that they said, or day before yesterday. Don't quote me, but it was another student that ended up passing away. And then there was a news clip of one of the students. It was a young boy who actually got word of that incident and that last person that passed away while he was being interviewed on CNN. You want to show that clip for him or what, Dave?
Yeah, please pull that, clip on up if you can.
He's probably the best person I probably meet besides my dad and besides God. Tate was he's smart in class. Me and him used to joke around, me and him used to play.
And then, news, another classmate died.
Oh, Joseph. Joseph. No. I knew Justin.
That was this boy. And as you see, is the phone lines open, Mark?
Yeah, everybody open them up.
Okay, the phone lines open. Chris, do we call you Mr. Detroit? Yeah, call me Mr. Detroit, aka Super Dave, but I prefer Mr. Detroit because if you call me Super Dave, it become like I become like some kind of like European. So, but if you want to call me Super Dave, that's cool. I take that and everything. But you see, Mark, when I sent you the video of the black kid crying, the first thing popped in my mind was, why are you crying?
Why are you crying?
Why are you crying, man? I mean,
caller. What's going on, caller? Who's this and where you calling from?
This is Tiff, and I'm calling from Detroit.
All righty,
Hey,
Tiff.
Tiff.
We see you over there, Tiff. What's happening?
Hey, I'm on my way, but I just wanted to jump on this one before I got there. So, a couple of things. I kind of felt like it was ridiculous that they posted these 2 pictures. One from him from elementary school, praying hands. God save us. So that was one of my problems. And then the other one was the parents are on the run, maybe, because hopefully what they're doing, hopefully they're going to take responsibility for their shit. But hopefully what they're doing is they're kind of conferring with their attorneys as to what's going to happen when they turn themselves in. So that's what I'm hoping. But
you hoping that
it's
too?
looking kind of bad. I really am, because you know what? So first of all, I already don't have a whole lot of faith in humanity. If they were on the run, it would be that would be too much.
Right.
So yeah, I hope they're not on the run. I hope they are just talking to their attorneys, in lieu of being arrested.
But you can't take out. He took out $2,000. She took out $2,000, and they went to a
Maybe
hotel.
it was to pay their attorney fees.
Maybe. But I thought you ain't supposed to be. I thought you supposed to give like a cashier's check or something like that to like an attorney.
And
or
maybe
something.
they went and got one.
Okay.
So let's be hopeful, but at the same time, am I really thinking that that's what happened? Not.
Okay.
I hope they're not on the run, but if they are,
Listen,
it is what it is.
if they on the run, hey Tiff, we got to go get them because we need to know how much that bag out there for them. So me and you tomorrow, like after the show, we gonna ride out, and the name of the show is go get them Crumbleys.
We gonna go look around.
No.
I don't have time.
We going to get them. Tiff, it's a bag out there. The bag about 10 racks. All we got to do is
$10,000.
there we go. Tiff, I give you 7. Just give me 3. I ain't stingy, Tiff.
Oh shit! Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about.
I ain't
See,
stingy, Tiff.
That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't
That's what I'm
stingy.
talking about.
I mean-
that right there is a friend.
Yeah,
You gonna give me the 7 and you gonna take the 3.
I'll take the. I'm gonna give you 7,000. I'm gonna take the 3 because I know what you got to do and everything. church hugs and high fives. Shit, you expensive, Tip. So I know your bill is up there, man. I know how it is. You're a high commodity in 2021, man. So listen, I'm gonna take 7,000. I mean, you gonna take 7,000. I'm gonna take 3, and I'm gonna fall back and everything. So
but we going to get them.
We going to get them Crumbleys. And anybody in the city of Detroit, if you low on money, I advise you to go get them Crumbleys because they talking about don't run up on them. They might be a threat. I don't think they're a threat, Tiff, because they kid ain't about the action. They not about the action.
They kid was about the action. That's the problem.
You say what?
And the bad part about it was they were gun owners. So if you know they gun owners, then you know they know gun owners, and you know they got guns.
Right.
So
right.
if they out there, what I'm hoping is that they are speaking with their attorney, and their attorney is advising them on what's going to happen.
I hope that they fleeing too.
Hopefully
they up in Petoskey, Michigan, right about now, and I gotta go get them too. I don't have no faith in them. So
I don't have no faith.
You hoping that they talking to their attorney right now too?
Just because I think it would make it easier for everybody to kind of start moving past. Because, I mean, okay, so I kind of feel like this. I feel like you have, and let me give you both sides of the coin for me. I understand what it means to be bullied. I understand how that can hurt and damage. And I understand the fact that we're not teaching our kids coping skills. You know what I'm saying? We're not teaching them best action. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of the problem. However, no, nothing happened. Okay, go. However,
what y'all playing? Red light, green light?
With my kids, no, my kids are they do just be doing stuff.
You said Tiff, you said go. I think he's playing red light, green light, like red light, green light, go. But go ahead.
No, he just want to get out and run around in circles.
For sure.
But the other part about that is when you do something, and this is what I'm explaining to my kids, because, both of my kids have opposing views on everything. So one say yes, the other one say no. So Amari is like, no, you can't just go out and kill people. And Michaela is like, well, if somebody is bothering you, Michaela, she with all the shit. If somebody is bothering you, then what else are you supposed to do? And I'm like, no, you can't go out and kill people. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to hurt yourself, because then that's another side of the coin, something that a lot of people don't think about. A lot of bullied kids kill themselves. I'm not one to kill it myself.
I like Michaela, though. Hey, drop Michaela off over at my house for a weekend.
Right. It was Amari, but now you want Michaela?
Yeah, because Michaela got that, she got that killer instinct like Cole, so just drop her off, and I'll make sure that Michaela with the shit. Yeah. She down with the shits, huh?
She with the shit, all of them. So, but I'm about to get the kids together, and then I'm on my way.
Appreciate that. Church hugs and high fives. Appreciate that.
All
right. See you later. All right. And Mark, in the midst of all this, if you fleeing, you don't think white people can change their appearance real quick? Like, we going bald head, you got a wig on. Matter of fact, shit, I'm a transformer all of a sudden. The dude becomes
here you go.
What's your word, Mark?
He's not going to become trans-financial.
What?
He's transgender. That's what
he's a transgender at this particular point. And she probably cuts her hair off. And so now you got two little boys rolling around, two little Crumbleys running around the state of Michigan, running from people. You take out $2,000. Tiff say, well, hopefully, they not, hopefully they got in touch with their lawyer. I'm thinking the worst. Man, because that's what they do, man. They mean, and I'm only focused on them at this particular point because all Detroit public schools got metal detectors, Mark. Every Detroit public schools got a metal detector. Somebody told me the schools in Oak Park don't even have metal detectors. The schools in Ferndale don't have metal detectors. Now, how you have a city that's 80% people of color, and every school in the city of Detroit got metal detectors. But when you start going out to the white schools, they don't have metal detectors because maybe the parents don't feel comfortable with that running in there. I mean, in their school. So we got metal detectors. They don't have metal detectors. And then I keep thinking, I was trying to Google this. Every time I kept Googling this, Mark, Oxford, Michigan kept coming up. When the last time Detroit, the city of Detroit, or Detroit public school system had a shooting? Now, one thing I know about Detroit public school system, you'll get your ass beat in the school.
Yeah, and that's what I spoke on that last night. You know what I mean? I only know of one incident, and it wasn't a school shooting, like somebody actually got shot or killed. Like it was just a freak accident or a situation where one of the little Chinese gangs, dudes had a gun in the gym and, shot the gun in the gym. It wasn't like no threats and, actual terror attacks being taken. Like you say, you might have got your ass whooped after school.
Right.
There might have been a shooting outside the school after the school.
But the thing about black folks, Mark, if I'm fucking with you, you fucking with me, I'm targeted. Only you, because I'm mad at Mark. Mark mad at me. I'm not finna take out the whole
floor.
Thank you. If my beef is with Tyrone or Ishmael or Isaac or John the Baptist, or you see I'm throwing them, or Timothy or David, my beef is only with them. I'm not finna take out the whole floor. I'm not finna take out nobody else. And like I said, I was Googling this all yesterday. When the last time Detroit had a shooting, or if it is a shooting, it's only like one or two people might get shot. Don't nobody go on a terror like this. But yet we the ones that have the metal detectors. We the ones that are said the most dangerous, and the most dangerous are the ones that don't have metal detectors. That's mind blowing. That's mind blowing. So, like I said, the name of the show is Go Get Them Crumbleys. Listen, man, in the city of Detroit, if you don't have a little money, and it's Christmas time, it's Christmas time. If you need a bag, go get them Crumbleys, man. If you're looking for, your account to get a little bit more fluent, or build your bank account up, man, listen, jump in your car and go find them people, man. I don't think they're a threat. Listen, you can be a gun holder and all that type of stuff. You can do all this. You can have all the guns, but I don't think they're a threat. And then what type of parent will leave their poor son to the wolves? So you got little Ethan Crumpley already in jail, he might do life. And the parents desert their only child. That's the only child, right? They only child. They just bounce. I ain't never seen that before. But yet the narrative always be pushed on black crime. Black parents don't take care of
They even
black
tried to
kids.
spin this and connect it to Detroit the best way that they could.
What?
In the media.
Quickly, man. It's a shame, man. So, like I said, man, the name of this show is Go Get Them Crumbleys. If you're looking for an easy bag, I'm telling you, go get them, turn them in, get your money up, and have a beautiful Christmas, man. Have a beautiful Christmas in the meantime. So, where we at? Usually Tiff be walking in. Bone Thugs and Harmony yesterday, man. Bone Thugs. So we go from the Crumbleys to Go Get Them Crumbleys to what the fuck happened at the Verses yesterday, man. Mark, this might be one of the hottest Verses because I didn't look at that trash. I knew Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3-6 Mafia was gonna be hell. You got one boom, 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 and then you got another dude. Juicy J is my boy. I fuck with Juicy J. Juicy J got the bangers. His last 2 albums was banging. I knew if you put them two in the atmosphere, some shit was gonna pop off. And at first, it started off cool. they start playing them bangers and everything. And them bangers, those Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia got some of the more influential songs that will get you crunk and want to knock somebody out.
Well, Bone Thugs really is not they don't have that crunk type energy. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of like almost a speed versus weed.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, because Bone Thugs is mellow and laid back. You know what I'm saying? They got a couple of they got some gangster cuts and shit like that. But
that Tupac.
But see, like I said, they only have a handful of songs like that.
Okay.
They have maybe 3 songs like that. No Surrender, the Bone Thugs, Bone and Pac, and maybe 1 or 2 more songs that just really get you on that shit. You know what I mean? And the highlight of their night, energy wise, really was when they collab with Little John and he came out on the stage.
Yeah, that
was the peak of their energy, and they had to do that to match what 3 6 had just did when they brought Lil Wayne out. You know what I'm saying? So they had to do something, but.
Now I didn't see somebody brought Lil Wayne out.
Yeah, 3 6 brought Lil Wayne out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was a winner right there.
Yeah, that's off the rip. That was the icing on the cake for 3 6 when they brought Lil Wayne out, man.
Lil Wayne showed up.
Lil Wayne shut it down, dude.
Wow. See, I didn't see that. And
they brought out Lil Flip. They brought out Lil Flip.
Wow.
They brought out Lil Wayne. But Bone brought out Lil Jon. I forget if they brought out anybody else because they had some glitches in the performance as well. They had a delay in the after the fight. This is since the fight. Like they had one delay of game during the fight, but then they had some interruptions in the signal. So I don't know. Like I didn't ever hear them do the Bone and Biggie song. That's one song that I was waiting on.
Crystal said, "Don't forget Terrence." When I seen Terrence Howard, "It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp,"
right?
And that shit was trash. I was like, but that particular song that he did on that show, it was hot. But I didn't think Terrence Howard was gonna pop up like that and did that and do a performance like that. And it shocked me because I'm looking like, wow. And then after Lil Wayne showed up. Lil Jon showed up, Terrence Howard showed up, and then that's when they started doing their own joints. I cut it off because I'm like, man, I can't watch this. It's too much. First of all, it was too many brothers on the stage. It might have been like 100 people on stage at one time.
Yeah, you couldn't tell who was who at some points.
And the energy was up, it was down, it was up, it was down, and the first thing I was like, 3 6 Mafia likes to dibble and dab in that lean. I don't know if they were still in that. And then Bone Thugs and Harmony, they might have hit a couple lines. Or Busy Bone or Crazy Bone. What was it? Busy. He was just off his. I don't know if he was off his meds. I don't know if he hit a line. I don't know what that dude was out. But everybody else was cool, but him. And and after they got
threw a water bottle at Gangsta Boo.
Yeah. And and who does that and everything? And then he came back. I like the way he came back because somebody pulled them to the side. I'm like, looks, man, you fucking up your money. You really fucking up your bag. This right here can either help your career or this right here gonna end your career. And he came back. He apologized real quick. I don't think 3 6 Mafia really took his apology serious because it was like, dude, you only doing this because you know what you got to do. And it was a smart thing to do and everything. But that verses was very like, first, I'm like, come on, man, damn, man, making us look bad out there again,
boy,
man. Making us look bad out there again, man. And and it just made me think like, rappers the only people that die. Like you don't see country music people die. You don't see, R&B people getting.
And that was real immature. I just want to add on Busy Bone's part, man.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's just like, first off, you was talking to a woman. You know what I mean? You was directing all of that energy that you was saying towards a woman. And because she made you feel some kind of way because she was mocking you while you was rapping. It's a versus.
Yeah.
Right? Now, here's the thing. This is a 20-something-year-old beef or difference that we can say the 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs had. You know what I mean? So whatever shots that was being thrown on that stage 20 years later, 20 some odd years later, should have been gotten over by then. You know what I mean? Every artist that stepped on the stage in the verses, even the bestest of friends, and we're talking about, damn, I can't even think of who it was. Raekwon and Ghostface.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They had shots for each other. You see what I'm saying?
Did you see what Demetrius wrote?
What did he say?
Demetrius wrote.
I knew Busy Bone was gonna pop off just a question to win.
But Demetrius put something about Redford, like dudes who get drugged in the club, listen to the music.
I ain't see that comment. It must be up there. And then somebody we got a comment on YouTube from John Doe say they had metal detectors in Taft Middle School back in '95.
Damn. 95.
I mean, I can remember Von Steuben Middle School. We had metal detectors at our school back in in the 90s. In the 90s, yeah, that was 96, 95, yeah, 95, 94, 95.
Wow.
Yeah, because I went to Osborne. When I came to Osborne,
It was
already metal detectors in school. It was already shit. They had the gates at the intersection in the hallways. By the time we was looking like the real lean on me, we had the Muslim, Mr. Allen, I believe it was the principal. His first week there, they drug him into the bathroom and beat him up. The boys and then some big dudes and shit.
Yeah,
some students at school.
Yeah.
And from then on out, he carried a 4.5 in his suit jacket.
Yeah. It's but that versus right there, that versus might have been that. First of all, I ain't never seen a fight at a versus or altercation.
That was the first time it happened, man.
Yeah, and and for us having the culture the way it is, that right there made it look bad and everything. And like I said at the end, I like the way Busy Bone came back and apologized. And they continued the show because they knew how important it was as far as like their careers and everything. But like I said, at the end of the day, Juicy J was gonna be straight regardless. Like Juicy J album right now, the new one he got out, slapping. I'm in the gym banging that boy out heavy. He got a little song with him and Lil Baby. That boy bang. So I never was a Bone Thugs and Harmony type of fan. I mean, it was certain songs that I like, but I ain't really like they type of they were just too like, when they first came out and then they came out with that Ouija and then the that's when you had to open up the CD and read it.
Yeah, you had to, and that was the thing about 3 6 and Bone Thugs. They both had that almost satanic type of a theme.
Yeah.
To their group.
And I think that's why
part of the reason why they had a back and forth. It was just kind of a comparison between the two. Same thing with Bone and Do or Die, or Bone and Crucial Conflict.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a similarity in styles that people compared them so much that it just developed a beef, I guess you would say.
Now, did they do the Hot Boy? Remember when 3 6 Mafia and the Hot Boys did their song? Did they do that song?
I don't think so.
Now that song right there
would have been one that they could have tore it down with as well.
They would have shut.
If they would have brought the Hot Boys out with,
they would have shut.
See, they brought Wayne out. They would have brought it.
See that's how I knew.
See, and just for that little shit like that, I told people on my live that the verses to me, especially since they've turned it into more so of a concert type format now, you have to add showmanship and crowd participation and crowd reaction into your repertoire, your buffer, as to determine what is who's the better out of the two verses. So 3 6, I think they took that one.
Yeah, most definitely. And it was a good thing. It was a good way to show that not even Southern music, but just good music from the South can hold its own. Because when they did that song with what's that song with Andre 3000 start off when they be singing with Pimp C in it. When they did that song, what's the song when he was like with Outkast, 3 6 Mafia?
The Players Anthem.
Yeah, Player Anthem. When they did that, I was like, them boys got class. I already knew that they had classics. But once again, I mean, everybody thought that Bone Thugs and Harmony was gonna come in there. Man, them country boys came in there and slapped up in there. They held it down and everything. They held it down. Most definitely. Them Detroit Pistons right now, they like 4-14, man. 4-16. They not really doing good. But my boy Dexter Boy K is holding it down. He holding it down. He doing what he do. And it you know, I have to take it. I have to swallow the shit because right now they getting the brakes beat off of them every game, man. But what I'm seeing, you know, I got to find some kind of like shiny moment,
silver lining,
yes, to talk about them and everything. And so, you know, I see Dexter Boy K, and then when I say Dexter Boy K, I'm giving him an honorary pass because I'm off Dexter. And you can't be in the city doing good shit, and then, you know, you not from nowhere, and then somebody gonna give you a name. You gotta be from Dexter if you gonna do some good shit. So Dexter Boy K is really performing, and he doing this thing. I mean, they just catching L's, and like I said before, the couple of times before, just put the numbers up, man. Just put the numbers. I think he had like 20, 4 and 6. Catch the L, but just put your numbers up like you supposed to do. Win Rookie of the Year, and we gonna be good. We gonna be good and everything. So, you know, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash from the Lions fans, haters that just love it. Until you win the game, you really can't say shit. Until the Lions, the Ford family, win the game, I'm going to overtalk you every single time. I'm going to out maneuver. I'm going to out swag you. I'm going to do everything better than you until the Lions win the game. You will never be the Detroit anything until you win the game. And Mark, the head coach got a 6-year contract of like, I want to say like 90-something, 60-something $million. And they're about to fire this dude, man. If this dude go 0-16-1, which is the one is a tie against Pittsburgh, they gonna fire this dude, man. And this is the same dude that came in with the energy like, you know, we gonna bite our kneecaps, and if we fall, we gonna bite the calves off. If we bite the calves off, we gonna bite the shin. We gonna make it happen. And these suckers fell for the bullshit, Mark. They fell for the bullshit. So, once again, Detroit Pistons, they won their 4 games. They ain't got to win no more. But I think they're going to win a couple more and everything. But right now, Dexter Boy K going to win Rookie of the Year. We're going to be good. And we just going to keep moving on, man. We just going to keep moving on. So, you know, that's all I got to say. See, Church Husband High Five need to be here. Good music that's out. She sent me, Mary J. Blige has a new joint out. And of course, I don't know the name of it, but Mary J. Blige got a new song out. And it's a lot of heart and pain in the song, Mark. Let me pull it up right quick as I'm talking and trying to navigate through the system and everything. But Tiff sent me the video, and she was like, check this song out. And the first thing I popped in, I texted back. I'm like, Mary J on some hurt shit. She definitely on some hurt shit.
That's why she make her best music, ain't it?
There you go. She's showing a little body. She in the bed. She Mary J looked good as hell in the video, I must say. I mean, you know, when you, it's called Amazing. That's what it's called, Amazing. It's called Amazing by DJ Khaled. Is that it? No, it's called Good Morning Gorgeous. That's my bad, people. I'm sorry. It's called Good Morning Gorgeous. And so what the song is basically about, it's kind of like Mary J is saying, sometimes you got to talk to yourself to tell yourself that you're gorgeous. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself and tell you that you're beautiful. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself and tell you that you all these great things. And me, you know, and see, that's why Tiff need to be here. So me and Tiff went back and forth. I'm like, Tiff, you can't be by yourself doing that weak shit. After a while, that shit get played. Mark, You just in the mirror one day. You ain't got nobody. Now Mark could probably get somebody, but Mark don't. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't want to act like Mark got nobody. Mark got all the chicks on the east side of Detroit. People and ladies and gentlemen, he got all the fine chicks on the east side of Detroit. Just throw him up on the bus right quick. Well, Mark got all of the finest chicks on the east side of Detroit. So one day Mark says, I don't want all the fine chicks in the city of Detroit on the east side. I'm worried about me. How long did that last, Mark?
As long as it needs to.
So in the meantime, your hand and you become friends real long, huh?
I mean, to say that you are focusing on you does not mean that you are completely isolating everybody out and you don't deal with anybody on any level. It just means that I'm not trying to have nobody so personally, so close in my personal space right now.
How long? But I asked Tiff that. Tiff was like,
as long as it needs to be, or
okay,
or as long as it takes for somebody to come along to prove themselves worthy of being that close to you.
So we're gonna say
there is no time because here's the thing. I mean, what do you put a time frame on it? Then after that time, you just allow yourself to be had to anybody. You can't put a time on it then.
But in the midst of you trying to find yourself or trying to get somebody.
Yeah, Dave, you jack off a lot, Dave. Is that what you want?
No. I ain't throwing it out there no more. Because we already know your hand is your friend is your hand. And you got the lotion on deck. But in the midst of you trying to find yourself, how long do you let yourself be? Because when you're trying to find yourself, it's kind of like you push everybody away so you can reevaluate yourself, right?
Yeah, it's not so much of reevaluating yourself. It's just keeping your peace because sometimes, having people around you too close to you drains your energy, drains your peace. So it's just about, keeping my peace at a consistent level. Restoring, if you can say it that way, restoring my peace and not allowing myself to be drained by unnecessary people with energy.
See, he go McFly. McFly talking about Mary J. Never been bad looking. She's really on her sexy shit, which is true. It's a lot of women that are gorgeous. I think what majority of the time, what people do sometimes, they might get hurt 1 or 2 times. So you don't want to get hurt no more. So what you do is you push the world back from being hurt, and you don't want nobody in your circle no more. Especially, I mean, and I'm only speaking for women. You have good women that have been hurt, been dogged out, been drugged and everything. You might have been drugged for maybe about 3, 4, maybe 5 years. So you don't want nobody in your life. So what you do is you kind of fall back and you go into your building yourself or reevaluating yourself or loving yourself, as they would say.
A lot of times that's just a wall that people put up just to prevent people from trying to attach themselves too much to you or be too close to you. You know what I mean? It's not that this person doesn't want people around them or wants to be a loner by themselves. Maybe it's just you're not the right person.
Right.
You're not the person that, the answers that you're looking for, you're not the person to hear them from that person. You know what I mean? It's just no different than, you walking up to a woman and asking her for her phone number and her not being interested or her being interested. She's going to give a dude that she's interested in a different energy and a different response than somebody that she's not interested in. So that's the thing. You know what I mean? You just maybe not that person, not saying you per se, but until the person comes along that can penetrate that wall, then that's that's what she'll be or that's what he'll be. Yeah.
And Moses put out there, they need time to heal. And the thing that I keep pushing out, when you're going through something.
But you keep asking the question of how long. That's not a relevant question.
I'm saying you can't.
It depends on the individual.
Right.
There's no one answer.
Right. It's no depend on the individual. But in the midst of you trying to heal, and you healing, you still got to put the energy out there to say, hey, listen, I'm willing to try. I'm willing to see. Some people be like, nah, fuck that. I'm done for a while. And they put like, I ain't dating nobody for 2 years. I ain't dating nobody for 5 years because I need to evaluate myself. Or they put it like a date on it and don't even take the cap off and just be like rolling with it. And you be looking like, man, that's a good dude. No, I don't think they good because, I got a cap on this. I'm the type of person that would say, in order for you to learn or go through these trials and tribulations, one thing that you can't do, you can't stop love. If you love like you're supposed to, you're going to be good. Some people just put a cap on it, be like, no, I ain't loving nobody. And they miss out on the opportunity. That's all I'm saying. Now, and granted, you have to learn how to, deal with yourself and everything. But goddamn, you can't take no 10 years and be trying to figure out yourself.
Yeah.
Some people put a cap and you be looking.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the individual.
It does.
Like you might be a person saying that they have been this way from 10 years, maybe just speaking to a person who they're not going to give a different response to. Mm-hmm. This, for example, a woman may be telling this dude that, yeah, I'm still working on myself, I'm good on relationships, because he's not the dude that's, she wants to be with. So she's not going to give him any energy but that, because to change that would be to tell this dude that he has a chance, or to give him the indication that he got a chance. And
Right.
So she's going to keep stiff arming him. Right.
And then Angie puts, it's needed. Mary has always been the queen from the perspective. She said, I've been finding myself going on for 6 years. That's a long ass time. But that's an angel. 6 years for me is a long ass time. But she say, I need to get my sexy back, which is cool. She need her back blew out. Man, I mean, she need that conversation, or she needs that intimate setting and everything. I think 6 years is a long time. I think 5 years. After 5 years, I think you should have been able to be like, all right, bet, let me come out this cocoon and let me see what's out there. Because if you don't get out there, it's kind of like time then went on. It's kind of like you jumping on a bike or you jumping on the motorcycle. You may fuck some shit up. Mm-hmm. Your mojo might be gone and everything. With any relationship or anything that you're dealing with people, I think you just got to keep trying to the point where it's just talking about. When we talk about rejection, you got to get to the point where you be like, fuck it, this shit don't bother me. But everybody's not like that, and I have to understand that. I can't push my opinion on anybody, because everybody's opinion is not like
everybody's reality ain't yours.
Right,
basically.
Right. So and this is why Tiffany, because I just got finished coming from the gym. I drank all this water and I got to use the bathroom. So normally I would like how I push it over the tip and everything, and outside. See how God work it out. So I'm going to keep expounding my information and everything. And then church hugs and high five is going to be here. And then I can kind of like hold my bathroom etiquettes and everything. The church hugs and high fives come in. But in the midst of all that, everybody know the Lions is going to lose this week. Everybody know the Lions is going to lose this week. They're going to get popped and everything and do what they need to do. And it's going to be hard because I got some money out there that I'm trying to get dealing with them Lions and everything. And it's going to be real good and everything. It's going to be real good. Once my pockets get back the way they need to be dealing with them Lions, my pocket's going to be real fat and everything. So, once again, I thank God for the Lions. I thank God for Tiff walking in at the perfect time, at the right time and everything. So, Detroit stand up, and And we got Tiff drink. Her favorite drink is waiting for her. So, ladies and gentlemen, we ain't even gonna tell her what it is when she come on in. Huh? She ain't came in yet? Okay. Yeah, Tiff is definitely finna walk into the building. So, and when Tiff walk into the building, we got the last topic before we get into the topics that we gonna talk about. The topics that we're going to talk about with Tiff is can you name, no, that ain't it, 20 questions for church hugs and high fives. We got the 20 questions for church hugs and high fives. And these 20 questions is only concern church hugs and high fives. So, you know, when she come in, we going to introduce her. And we just going to go in from there and everything. And we just going to keep doing what we doing and everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, church hugs and high fives is in the building. It's good to see you, Tiff.
Hey.
Tiff, like she was speed racing up in the boys, something like that, Tiff.
I was speed racing.
How you feel, Tiff?
I feel awesome. No problems.
Did you see them Crumbleys while you was out there?
I didn't see them.
Okay.
But I heard they out.
You need to go get them.
Whatever. I ain't about to go get nobody. All right. So yeah, I'm I can't.
You can't what?
I can't even deal. That's too
What,
much
what?
for me. Just for the whole situation. Everything from them putting that choir boy picture up there, that just had me gone.
The choir boy?
Oh my God, that's what it was. He was standing there like they wanted to give the first picture of this kid who just murdered the other children. They wanted to give that first picture. Thank you. You know I'm slow. They wanted to get that first picture of him, and they wanted it to be the first image that people saw of him. They wanted it to be something that was unassuming, and it's nothing about him that could scare you. You know what I'm saying? But he just took a gun into school and shot 4 kids. Everything about that scares the shit out of me. So, yeah, I don't know.
And the fact that his parents more than likely bought the damn thing
They did.
for him.
They did. All of that.
I wonder when the gun was purchased. I know I think it was in one of the reports that said how long ago.
What is it?
The
They
gun
said
was
last Friday.
Yeah, they just bought the gun, and then it was like maybe twice that the parents were up there at the school within the last week or so. Since they probably since they bought the gun. So they bought the gun. It was at the school 2 times. The second time that they were at the school, talking to the administration about the boy's behavior, hours after they left, he ended up taking that gun that they bought for him a week earlier and shooting up the school, killing 4 people.
So to me, that kind of looks like some well, not only negligence, but it looks like on his part there was some incurred courage that came along with having that gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just he was gonna do it anyway. No, part of that came from the fact that he had something that was going to keep people off his ass. That's what it kind of looks like to me. But again, it's sad, and it's sad for all the parents that are going through this shit. That's horrible for them. That's horrible for every last one of those students that were, you know, just in school trying to be normal kids and do normal kid shit. But my other problem is, here's my other problem. My other problem is the fact that I think far too often the thing that we're not teaching our kids is to leave people the fuck alone. You know, like at the end of the day, maybe most of this wouldn't have even gone down if it had been a situation where instead of parents encouraging bullshit, they encourage their kids to leave people the fuck alone. I hear a lot of reports, bullies. These kids are being bullied at home, first of all. Their parents are shitty. So a lot of these are shitty parents. But like more than anything else, like if Michaela comes home and Michaela is, like I said, Michaela is with all the shits. If Michaela comes home and Michaela tells me, "Ooh, I just want to beat this girl up," well, why don't you like her? No reason. Her glasses, she looks stupid, she got a dumb face, whatever the hell she might say. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you, if you don't leave that little girl the fuck alone, leave that little girl alone. And if I find out you did something to her, I'm whooping your ass. Like, no, that shit where these kids are encouraged to be bullies, it's just ridiculous. So, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. And
Hey, Crystal.
the thing that kind of like stuck out the most was one, they deserted it. Like the parents, they already knew that the kid was gonna, I guess he's supposed to be in jail. He might be doing time for the rest of his life for something like that. Me personally, I don't think he's gonna be in jail for a long time.
You
He's gonna do about 20 years, 30 years.
I don't know whether he gonna be in jail for a long. I mean, shit, 20 years or 30 years is a long fucking time.
That is a long time.
When you 15,
He's 15, so he gonna get out when
15, you 45. I mean, and not to say that you still won't have life to live.
That's not
but
to say that he won't be still young enough to live life when he gets out. That's still a long ass fucking time.
Yeah, because I mean, he's going to be. And
no, I'm not saying that that's a long enough time.
That's not a long enough time.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's, you know what I mean, but it's still.
No, but the thing about it is he's going to be so institutionalized because he's not an adult. Emotionally, he's not an adult. And then you have to kind of think about the fact that as far as his emotional age, he's going to be 15 for a long motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? You going into repetition at 15. Nothing really new is going to happen to you well, I mean, it's going to be a whole lot of new shit that's going to happen. He ain't going to like none of it. But at the end of the day, his emotional maturity is going to be stunted because he's going to be institutionalized. So that shit is going to be horrible for him. And it's going to be horrible for the population when he gets out. So.
Yeah. It's 6:00, so we got this little quick question. Remember I showed you, I said, Tiff, I need to be on your shit.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So at this particular time, this is what we do now. So we got the 20. Go ahead, Tiff.
Why would y'all buy juice? What? Do y'all hate me? What the hell? Do y'all hate me?
Mark, listen, I put the cup. Mark was like, where's Church Hud's cup? And everything.
He
he
told me to get the bus ready because he was about to throw me under the bus. He was going to throw
you under the bus. What I want to know is, why won't y'all participate in some kind of juice purchase?
Do you need a juice, Tiff?
Yes.
Do we have any juice, Mark? Do we have any?
Just say yes.
Any? I don't think we do. I do, but we don't. It's my fault. Put it on me.
Why did he look over at the refrigerator like?
Because we may or may. I don't think it's none in there. It's a big boy.
Is it a water? Is there anything other than liquor in there? I'm not gonna look at y'all no more until y'all figure this shit out. Y'all cannot keep getting. Buy me a bottle of wine. Why do I have to keep telling y'all?
That's the thing. Look. No. That's my fault. I didn't have enough time to get the wine. There we go. So get this bitch cranking. So 3-6 Mafia in the house. So this particular time is settling in right now. There we go. Hit the throat. It's going out in the body. It's oozing. Detroit, stand up. This particular show is called 20 Questions for Church Hugs and High Fives.
I'm ready.
So these are the 20 questions that it's not my questions. These are the questions from off Dexter Chronicles.
Oh my God. Okay, come on, I'm ready.
That they want to ask Tiff, Church Hugs and High Fives.
Okay, who put these questions together?
I can't reveal my source because they told me that the show will be canceled as soon as we walking out, so I can't throw that out there like that though. So
don't look at me.
Just know that the 20 questions for Church Hugs and High Fives are in the building.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
Rapid fire. Come on, let's go.
Kiss or on the cheek?
Kiss where on the cheek?
Kiss or on the cheek? See, hold on. They told me you have to. They told me that Church Hugs and High Fives is savvy with her wordplay. So you got
That's
to make
why I
sure.
want to know where else. So you gonna kiss me where or on the cheek?
It's either kiss or on the cheek.
On the cheek. Kiss my ass.
Okay.
All right, continue. Next.
Okay. Fruit or vegetables?
Veggies.
Okay. Wine or liquor? I already know
Wine.
wine. Top or bottom?
I'm versatile.
No, they told me that
I have to have a
church
preference?
hugs and high fives is very savvy with her words, so she got to either go top or bottom.
Bottom.
Okay. You lazy as hell.
Yeah.
Giver or receiver?
Both. Okay, receiver.
Okay. So
Selfish. I'm also selfish.
Yeah,
I'm a
okay.
lazy, selfish
Cool.
ass.
Ain't no. Looking back or straight ahead?
Straight ahead.
Okay. Rub or touching?
Touching.
Okay. Conversation or straight to the point?
These are very loaded questions. Conversation.
Okay.
If I like you. Sorry. Keep going. My bad. I'm sorry.
Alone or company?
Company.
Socks or no socks?
No socks.
Okay. In the car or outside in the rain?
Rain.
Okay. A little wet. Morning or night?
Both. Morning. Okay, morning. Fine. Morning.
Pull up or shoot the house up?
Pull up.
That's tip. I know. Reader or writer?
Writer.
That concludes the church hugs and high fives chronicles off Dexter.
All right, so now I really want to know who in the hell put these damn questions together.
Once again.
And again, okay,
Once again.
If whoever put these questions together, like these are all loaded questions for me because
How are they loaded questions? So
the thing about it is, okay, so
when
you
somebody
said,
asks you top or bottom, that's a loaded question?
No, it's not really loaded that way, but it can be full of so much stuff. Like you can't just add top or bottom. Like both. But if I have to do anything, like I'm gonna choose not to do shit. I don't know how to explain that. Like
Kiss or cheek? That's a loaded question.
I mean, I'm saying like kiss what?
Whatever. If they're asking, can I kiss you?
If somebody is asking, can they kiss me? It depends on whether or not I like them.
So is it gonna be on the cheek or is it gonna be on the lips?
It depends on whether or not I like them.
Okay, if you like them, then it's
if
gonna
I
be.
like them, it can be on the lips.
Okay.
If I don't like them, then no, you can't kiss me.
But what if you kind of like sort of do like the conversation is like, I mean, it's either you got to give them a kiss or give them
or give them a way out. Like I don't understand what I'm not that complicated.
Tip, you never gave nobody just like okay, or they kiss you on the cheek.
You talking about like a pity kiss?
Yes.
The fuck would I do that for?
Okay, well then you kissing then.
If I like you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we can live with that.
All right.
Yeah, but there are variables to every last one of those questions.
No, I think Tiff makes some variables because
I do.
It's straightforward. So if I ask Mark, kiss or cheek, Mark, which one is it?
I don't know how to answer that question.
That's what I'm saying. If they want to kiss you, is it on the lips or on the cheek?
Oh, it depends.
That's what I said.
Okay, this is what you do.
Okay, well listen, I'm gonna do cheek to stay safe.
Okay.
Right.
So if somebody asks me,
what if they got like a cold sore?
Well, then
it's like go home.
See, I can't brought the cold sore up.
I'm just saying, if they got a cold sore, go home.
In the midst of the conversation, as soon as you see the cold sore, you like, oh hell no.
Yeah, that's not complication. That's honest.
But what if they don't have that? What if they don't have?
What if they just got burned by some oatmeal or something like that? I don't understand what the fuck we're talking about. Oh, which reminds me, I just found out that my cousin's grandmother, she's like my grandma. She watches sometimes.
And so what she thinks of me.
It's not you. It's on me.
Good.
Cause you be over there asking the loaded questions, and then I don't know. Apparently, I can't keep my mouth closed. All right, next. What are we doing? Yeah, exactly. He throw me under the bus every damn time.
I'm just saying. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
And Mark, I'm gonna ask you this too. This might be a loaded question, Tiff.
Okay, go.
Can you name 3 haters in your life?
I could.
No. Can you name, or could you?
I can.
Or you don't want to expose them?
So here's the thing about haters. I would rather for you to hate me behind my back and keep it pushing. So to excite any haters, and if y'all ever watch, you know who you are. To excite any haters is just that's bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not my speed.
Okay. Celebrating haters in your life. How do you? For me, I know when I see a hater, because haters, for me,
I call them with all my good news.
Do you too?
Hell yeah, I call my haters with my good news. I love telling people that I'm happy.
Well, how do you know that they? First of all, Tiff, how do you know that they hating on you? Like, what is some? Because what I've seen over the years, haters have a pattern of, like, for me, haters show up in the same outfit, the same conversation.
You can wear a mask as long as you would like, but that does not mean that I don't know that you hating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can sit back and you can rah-rah me all you want to, but I know when you don't like me.
How do you know, Tiff?
And it's just behavior. I'm 43. If I haven't figured out when you don't like me yet, then I need to go back to the drawing board. So nah, like, that shit don't bother me though. Like, I love my haters. Haters give you drive.
Yeah, they do.
And no, it's, you know what? So Marty said treat them as if they don't exist, but nah, sometimes you need your haters around. Real talk. Sometimes your haters push you to do something better. When they say your little shit, or, oh, look, you doing a little this, or you doing a little that. Sometimes your haters push you to be better. You know what I'm saying? So haters are just as important as people who congratulate and rah-rah and give you your flowers or whatever. Haters are important too, because sometimes haters give you drive.
Right.
So that's a good thing. So
when they do hate, like, have you, like, over the years, have you seen haters? And I'm only speaking for, because haters come in a different form of attack towards you.
Right.
They attack me differently. They attack Mark differently. What are some? Have you ever seen, like? For me, haters do the same thing. For me,
I think a lot of them try and play on my intelligence. I think they try to make me feel like I'm not as intelligent as I really am, or I can't do shit that I can really do. Just for the sake of trying to belittle what is most important to you. And I think that's what haters do. They try to belittle you in places that are important to you. So if I was somebody who was, I'm always trying to do something for the community, they would try to belittle the shit that I do in the community. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of what haters do. And I think that's something that should give you a little bit drive to do a little bit better.
Right.
Or like if you've been drinking for 20 years and now all of a sudden you're not drinking no more. And your hater is coming over and your hater like, oh, so you kind of stopped drinking, or you ain't drunk in 2 days. What's wrong with you? You broke. You know what I'm saying? People do that kind of shit, but that shit don't bother me. Like, for me, that's just motivation. For other people, that might be something that drags you down and puts a weight on your back. I don't have weights on my back.
Right.
Sometimes people put their own, put their insecurities off on you.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Things that put you in their jail. Put you in their jail.
I have worked with some haters. And again, I try to understand, and I think maybe this is one of the biggest problems with me being me.
Tiff, you try to understand them?
I do. I try to understand what's wrong with you psychologically for you not to like me. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
even
saying?
fuck with, when I know that you a hater,
But it don't bother me.
I know.
I done worked with a lot of them.
That's like a skill tip that I don't have.
Nah, because I pop off sometimes too. But it's like at the same time, I'm always trying to figure out why you're broken. That's just me.
You figure that out. You
can
sit there
figure
and be
out why
like,
people
"Nah,
fucking broken."
I don't even.
But see, you can't talk to people about that all the time because they're not ready to hear it themselves. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why they're broken, because they haven't come to the they haven't diagnosed the problem themselves, so they can't fix it. Who are you?
So here's the deal. If you already a hater, why do I care whether or not you ready? You being ready is not my fucking problem.
But I don't even give them like that thought process.
So in that instance, me knowing that you're not ready, A, and then knowing that you're a hater, B, C, why am I putting forth my energy to try to help fix you?
No, it's not necessarily to try to help fix you. I'm not going to say to try to help fix you, but I think it'll keep me from beating your ass.
How about I just not deal with you?
Because sometimes you in situations with people, and that's the reason why I brought up the people that I work with as opposed to anybody else. So when you in a situation with somebody who you have to see on a day in, day out, sometimes I think in order to keep you from nutting up, tripping, whatever, sometimes you have to break down, oh, well, you know, they kind of act like that because they getting their ass beat at home. So they need to have some kind of power or some kind of control. All right, I get it. Just back the fuck up, you know, move on. Because sometimes you have to be able, especially if it's in a situation that you are not allowed out of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I done been in situations with people that I wasn't allowed out of. And when you go back, instead of you being like, oh, okay, well, they're just mean. If you can kind of give them a reason, it kind of keep you from fucking people up.
Man, I don't even give them a reason. But once again,
I understand completely.
That's
what
a
you're
gift,
saying.
though, Tiff. That's a gift that I be trying to get, because once I understand that you a hater, my energy immediately, my facial expression shows.
Nah, but see, then when you start, and this is the reason.
I feel Dave too on the same shit.
I understand.
Like,
where
I can't
he
be phony
from.
with a motherfucker that I know.
Nah,
but at the same
it's not
time,
necessarily
and I know
about being
it's not being phony. It's just knowing how
But
to
you
deal
got a
with.
gift, though, Tiff. When it
it's
comes,
knowing how to deal with.
It's knowing how to navigate with people who are full of shit.
Yeah.
And then it's sometimes for your own.
It's
good,
for your benefit.
Own nerve. You know what I mean, because anything
What
else
would happen
would
if-
drive you fucking crazy.
Well, it wouldn't drive me crazy, but it might make me
drive me
punch you
crazy.
in your fucking
But
face.
that's what I'm saying. It'll
So
drive me
instead of
nuts.
getting arrested, the easier thing to do is figure out what the fuck. And I like the complexity of the human mind. So
You do, Tiff.
I love that
You do.
shit.
I don't. Like, because once I know that you fucked up,
I do.
my energy immediately shuts down.
But then what
and you got that
happens?
red
What
flag.
happens when they have to come over there and talk to you? What happens when they have to ask you about a thing? What happens? The thing about it
My
is,
conversation is very short.
yeah, but people have a way. Like, okay, so here's perfect example. Perfect example is being in a relationship with somebody who has narcissistic behavior and somebody who's also
We'll never be in a relationship.
Well, no, I'm saying you're not gonna know when you're in a relationship with a narcissistic
Why
person
you
in the
not?
beginning, because you're not.
Okay.
That's not how they built.
Okay.
They built to draw you in, and then unleash all that bullshit.
How long do you before you understand?
It depends on when they take the mask off.
So a narcissistic individual,
People with narcissistic behavior wear
can't-
masks
for how long, Tiff?
as long as they need to.
No, fuck that.
No, I'm listen to me when I tell you
It's
this.
only coming from a.
To draw you in,
got you.
a person who has narcissistic behavioral disorder, or somebody who is just narcissistic, period, when they draw you in, once they get you locked, so they have to get you in a situation where you can't really escape. So they not going, oh, well, you want to be my girlfriend?
Let me ask you this: that ever happened to you?
Yeah, I had a whole narcissist. I've lived with a narcissist.
And let me ask you this, Tiff: has anybody told you that person is like that?
No,
How did you figure that out?
I lived with him.
And so over the years, you had to figure that out. Like,
No, it didn't take me that long. Once he thought he had me hooked,
Yeah.
he started getting punched in the face. I don't have time for that shit.
So why you just didn't leave,
Why didn't he just leave?
Tiff? Why you just didn't leave?
Why didn't he just leave?
Because he know what he's I think you should have left.
I was in a pickle of a situation until I wasn't.
Okay.
It didn't take me a long time to get out of the situation, but that's not the point. The point is when a narcissist thinks they have you in a situation where you can't get yourself out, then they start showing their real, true narcissistic behavior.
Maybe I never met one of them type people.
I'm an asshole too. So it make it a little different for me. So you start with your narcissistic behavior and I'm gonna start with my asshole behavior.
And that's when you, like what Tiff says.
I start playing all kind of stupid games.
See,
and win all kind of dumbass prizes.
You start playing games with like me, I'm gone.
That's the goal. The goal is not for you to stay. The goal is for you to leave.
Who fucking play them type of games though?
To get rid of a motherfucker without losing their life?
No, first of all, who plays them games that long? A person like that, huh? Okay.
You got to understand who you dealing with and what they're capable of. Okay. So once you understand who you dealing with and what they're capable of, you start playing the same goofy ass games, and then all of a sudden they don't like you no more, and it's cool. So they go away.
Cool. Okay. That's. Hey, you learn something every day.
Yeah.
I just know that when it comes to me, it ain't no games.
So see, the thing about it is, so here's kind of the problem. Okay, so if you dealing with somebody who has these tendencies, a lot of times they have no intention on leaving. Mm-hmm. They only have intentions on staying. Mm-hmm. So if you tell them to leave, they make it difficult. But if you make them want to leave.
What's some of the way? Because I need to know, because somebody needs this information. What's some of the ways that I want to leave, but yet they don't mean to leave?
No, because I just feel like after a certain amount of time, they just leave because they have to. Because they don't want to be uncomfortable. That's a thing about dealing with somebody who kind of has those behaviors. They don't want to be uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. You start making them uncomfortable, but not directly making them uncomfortable, and they kind of feel like
that's them fucking mind games too.
I'm not really into mind games. I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, I feel like I'm probably one of the most straightforward people, and as long as you straightforward with me, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. But as soon as you be on some bullshit, I get on all kind of stupid bullshit.
Why not just leave?
Because if you can't leave, you can't leave. Have you ever seen somebody in an abusive relationship? Never. Because
I don't know.
And it does not have to be a physically abusive relationship.
I'm about to say who it was.
Yeah, nah.
But then
shut it down.
I'm about to. I'm gonna keep it $150. I think my mother was in an abusive relationship with my dad.
And it doesn't have to be physically abusive. It can be emotionally abusive.
I think it was emotional, abusive. Mm-hmm. What's another form of physical?
Emotional. Yeah, physical. Yeah.
To the point where it trickled down on certain family members.
That's true. It happens.
And it would hit my brother, my other brother, my sister, skip over me.
Or not.
Skip over me.
Okay.
Yeah, God about it. Skip over me, hit my brother, hit my sister.
So let me ask you a question. So it hit everybody but you. I want you to stop for a second, and I want to be fully transparent with this.
I need you to be like my.
I'm about to be fully transparent.
No, psychiatrist or something like that.
You're not giving me no money. Okay, but I want to be fully transparent. Damn. So you think that something hit everybody in your family with the exception of you, or is it just that you haven't recognized where it hit you?
I have evaluated because I could be an open book. I think just my family, Tiff. My family have some dysfunctional behaviors,
and you don't think you have any.
No, I think I have some.
So it hit you somewhere.
Hold on. I think I have some.
Okay.
So what I do is, when I know that. What I do is, I'm always write my shit down.
Okay.
So
that's good practice.
I have habits of kind of like acting like my mother. So I'm repeating myself over. So I would sit down and talk to Dave and Beautiful and Courtney and say, hey, listen, give me some of the attributes that they call my mama Sugar Bee. Give me some of the attributes that Sugar Bee do that I do, that you don't like. My goodness, the shit will load up quickly writing some shit.
So here's the thing. So it's not the fact that none of it hits you. It's the fact that one of two things has happened. Either you don't acknowledge it.
No, I acknowledge it too.
I'm just saying, hold on, because you just said none of the shit hit you.
No, it don't. It don't, because once somebody pointed out to me.
Either you have not acknowledged it or you have changed it. No. So those are the only two options that you have. But if it hit everybody in your household,
I have acknowledged it, and then I have changed it. Because the one thing I keep looking at, because if you don't look at the people that surround you or the people that raised you, like my mom and dad, if I don't look at how my mom and dad went about doing certain stuff, I will repeat that same pattern. So my dad had a habit of putting hands on women.
Okay.
I made it a point that who I love and who I came in contact with, I will never put my hands on them.
No, and that's a beautiful thing. So sometimes that happens exactly that way. So you see the bad behavior and you say in your mind somewhere as a kid or as a young adult, I'm never gonna do that shit. But that shit hits you somewhere else.
But I have to evaluate that situation. And so I'm talking about as I get in my 20s, I start to evaluate. Like Dave, do not pick up these bad habits.
Yeah, self-evaluation is incredibly important.
And if I pick up these bad habits, I have to make sure that dude, my dad was a book. So I wrote down all his bad habits before he passed.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I know he was a gambler.
Okay.
I know he was, he liked white women. I know that he liked putting hands on women. I know that he liked, he didn't spend time with his kids. I know that he never showed up to any games. I know he was a dude that would say, I will be there and don't be there.
Okay.
So I'm talking about like a list of
things that you saw within him that you never wanted to become as a man, a husband, or a parent. And that's a beautiful thing. But it does not mean that shit does not touch you somewhere. You just don't. Either you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. And nobody has addressed it to me to the point where they was like, Dave, you like doing this shit. So when I see Mr. Cheatham doing this shit, I talk to Mr. Cheatham like, Mr. Cheatham, why you never do this? But Mr. Cheatham don't know that I'm asking him, Mr. Cheatham, my dad did this.
Here's the oxymoron in all of this of what you're saying though. I ain't gonna say the oxymoron, but the I guess I wouldn't even want to say contradiction. Because you say that it didn't affect you, right? In no kind of way. But then you give a long bullet point list of how it affected him.
How it affected, and the thing,
even because you can learn.
Because
right?
I'm looking.
Wait. Look, you can learn, right? Or be affected by someone. If you're taught how to be or how not to be, right? So that's how that situation affected you. It taught you or showed you why you didn't want to be that. So and then in that sense, it did affect you. It just didn't it didn't rub you. It didn't rub off on you. It didn't turn you into that.
Right.
It wasn't a
you
cancer.
You didn't become the monster.
It wasn't a cancer that affected you that infected you. You know what I mean? So that's in that sense. No, it didn't. But it did change you. It did help you to be the person that you are today and shape you in some way. So it did affect you and change you.
That's true, Tilt. Yeah. I can sit back and say that. Because at the end of the day, I always not afraid, but I was always conscious of don't go down that road like the way he went. And then I even started evaluating my dad, my uncles, my granddads, my cousins. I'm like, all these got traits of they do shitty shit like this.
But it was learned behavior.
Yeah, it definitely was. But then I had to find somebody that had better behaviors and then kind of like piggyback off them and ask them, was like, okay, why you do this? You at all your son's game. Why you at your son's game? Not knowing that I'm asking them. You asking for good behavior. You asking for reinforcement of their good behaviors. So you can try and see whether or not you fucked up and you supposed to beat women's ass and blah, 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 blah.
or whether or not your dad is fucked up and you're not supposed to do that shit because other parents do different shit. No, and that's fine. That's a good thing. But see, this is the reason why one of the things, and I said this on Facebook the other day, like, especially in the black community and especially with black men, I think, and my homeboy called me one day and he told me, he said, Tiff, he was like, one of the best things that I ever did was sit down and unload with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, who would he unload with, Tiff?
A therapist.
I thought it was with you.
No.
No. Meaning that unload, not unload, but who we unload with. Have that conversation with, Tiff. Because at the end of the day, Tiff, if he unload with you as far as like having that conversation, you probably helped him.
And you do to a degree, but see, here's the problem with being somebody who is a professional as far as therapy is concerned. Like, for one, they understand what the objective is. Mm-hmm. So I've had therapists, and one of my therapists was fucking horrible. All she talked about was herself. And it used to irritate the shit out of me. And I asked her one day, do you want to lay on the couch? And I'll come over there and take notes.
Actually laying on the couch?
No, I mean, you don't lay on the couch. But, you sit down and, you know, sometimes you have weights on you that you may not even understand that you have on you. So, but she was trying to get her shit off. And I do have a very welcoming, open personality, and people do confide and tell me things. A lot of it because it's not going to go no further than me. And then the other part about it is I'll listen, but I also give advice. Mm-hmm. And not to say that therapists don't give advice, because they do. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I think that them understanding that it is a job for them doesn't allow them to kick the motherfucker's ass. If they getting on your nerves that bad, punch them in the face. Mm-hmm. If they doing such and such and so and so to you, you know, just do the get back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't allow them to do the bullshit that I might do. Right. But like I said, and I had a conversation with one of my cousins the other day, and I'm trying to explain to them, you know, sometimes when you go through life and you accumulate trauma. Mm-hmm. So that's what a lot of us do. A lot of us go through life and we accumulate trauma after trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. Difficult too? That shit is very difficult, but the bad part about it is we never get the shit off. Right. We just sit there and we live in that trauma and we collect more trauma. And essentially what happens is at some point you're gonna fucking nut the fuck up, or you're gonna explode, or you're gonna have a mental breakdown. And none of that shit is really healthy. So when you sit back and you talking to a black man, and a lot of black men do not feel like therapy is the way to go. But in all honesty, I think when you are going through those traumas and you feel like, well, you know, I can't sit down and I can't talk to my wife, or I can't talk to my girlfriend, or I don't want to expose this thing to my homeboys, one of the best things that you can do is go to somebody who by law can't tell none of your business. You know what I'm saying? You get to sit down and you get to be 100% unadulterated you, and you get to get all your shit off. And for me, I felt like that was one of the best times of my life.
Sometimes it's just the ability of having that release of being able to say what you want to say and how you feel out in the open to someone, and have an ear that listens, as opposed to a friend or a family that could judge or ridicule you for whatever, anything, like you say. Just being able to have that release sometimes, let alone receiving the counseling that you need sometimes.
Good advice. And actionable advice. Something that you can act on and not go to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, my advice might put you in jail. But their advice should never be anything that you can go to prison for. Mm-hmm. So, you know, like, I mean, and that's another thing, again, about having those haters. So just to kind of turn all the way back around to that point. But when you see somebody who has that hater behavior, why do they? You know what I'm saying? They don't just hate you because you and they sad about some shit that's going on in their life or something that's horrible. But at the same time, you know, it's not just plain old flat out hate. Maybe what they need is to go see a therapist. Maybe they need somebody to sit them down and listen to the bullshit that went on, and they come back lighter. Now, I did have one. This lady hated me. Like, she hated. Nah, not my therapist.
Okay.
My therapist loved me because I was easy.
Right. But you're saying the lady that hates you was...
I worked with her. And she hated me. And I probably really needed therapy at this point because she would do like little sneak diss shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know if I do anything to her and I work with her, you know, there's a possibility that I can go to jail or I can lose my job, and I got kids to take care of. So instead of me nutting up, I gave her excuses. You feel what I'm saying? To keep me off her ass, I gave her excuses because I found myself following the bitch home from work one day. And
that's that pull up. You about to pull up?
I really was going to her house. And I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. I still have 3 kids to take care of. I have these things going on. So you give people excuses to keep you off their ass. Sometimes they think you just being quiet or, you know, you won't. But bitch, I could. Long story short, sometimes they just, you gotta let motherfuckers be motherfuckers. Yeah, whatever.
Mark, did you get the little thing I had about the pillow talker? The little...
I did. I'm ready.
That right there, and of course, Tim coming to the defense of all that right there.
You know I did.
I had to, like, you know how you do like some self-evaluation.
Are you a pillow talker, Dave? Is that what you're saying?
Hell no, I'm not.
You not giving the game away?
Never. I even told my daughter, listen, I'm gonna tell you, don't go that way.
Okay. Why?
Don't go that way.
That's the reason why you need a therapist. But anyway, keep it going.
No, a therapist is gonna talk you. I'm only gonna tell you one way. Listen, don't go that way because I know it's danger. If you go that way, just know danger is gonna get you. So that's it.
So
I can't reveal any game at all because
to your child.
Don't go that way.
You wouldn't reveal to your daughter.
Don't go that way. I know that way is burning, is death, is destruction. Don't go that way. Now, once you go that way, you're on your own.
I'm giving all the game to my kids, period, point blank and flat out. I'm telling them everything. I tell them everything. I don't give a fuck what it is. My son needs to know women game. My daughter needs to know man game, and everything that I collect, I give to my children because that is what a parent does.
No,
a parent provides information.
That's what a mother does.
Every parent is supposed to provide information. Yeah, he put it up already. But every parent is supposed to provide that kind of information to their kids. I'm going to provide
every information that I can.
Oh, okay.
And when you seem that you're going to go that way, and I've already
hard head make a soft ass. Okay. Just keep it pushing. That's what it is. That's what you're saying. Hard head make a soft ass.
That's what you want to say. So we have the pillow talkers.
Okay.
And the pillow talkers consist of men that reveal game to women that they should not be telling or talking about or
thank you
or doing anything like that. So you have pillow talkers, and I have to expose these pillow talkers.
You know what? I think the thing about it is, so let me just give it to you like this.
Okay.
If people were not consistently making attempts to play bullshit ass game, then no one would have to do any pillow talking. So
who you
if
think gotta do the pillow talking to? Motherfuckers that do shit
play
like,
games,
right?
Or motherfuckers who just know that motherfuckers play games,
right?
So if I'm sitting up with one of my homegirls and my homegirl is doing whatever, and I'm laying next to my man and my man is like, oh well, shit, what happened with such and such and so and so?
You shut your goddamn mouth.
I don't have to tell him who it is, but I can damn for sure say, well, you know, sometimes motherfuckers da and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be no shit where he about to look at my homegirl all side-eye and shit like that. But I think a lot of times the person who you are supposed to trust most has the greatest deal of information, period. So if my man if my man is with me, he has the greatest access to all the information that's in my head because he's my man.
if he's your man, a woman comes in, she had a long day and she venting. She may come in and be like, well, Tiffany and not Tiff, but Angel just came to work. She went on a trip. She was with not her boyfriend, but she was with her other nigga, and they went to Miami. And then now she doing this and everything, doing that.
But that's kind of providing unnecessary information. My homegirl went to Miami. Period. She had a good time.
But I'm just saying, you know how certain women and men do this. The pillow talkers. Women will more try to get stuff off and try to like they're looking for some information from that guy. And majority of the time, if a woman comes in and she's having a bad day and she start talking about her friend girl, and her friend girl is this and did this and everything, a good man is gonna be like, damn, baby, that's messed up. I'm not gonna be like, that's the way she is, and you need to stay away from. That's messed up, baby. Damn. A pillow talker would go in and be like, a pillow talker would piggyback off what you said and then elaborate and be like, yeah, so what is old boy doing? Oh, old boy ain't doing nothing. Oh, that nigga's a whole ass nigga. That nigga this and that nigga that.
So is it basically what you saying, instead of it being a pillow talk, are you talking about the dude who goes behind the other dude's back and stabs his back?
That's a pillow talker.
That's not necessarily a pillow talker. If I'm having
to get what I want.
Yeah, but nah. Yeah and no. I understand where you coming from, but yeah and no. So there's a difference. So if you go behind somebody back and you just like, oh, he a hoe ass nigga, whatever. But you talking to your woman about her friend?
No, Tiff, I want you and Mark talking.
Okay.
You and Mark talking. So we sit down and we have some drinks. I done kicked it with Mark. I know Mark.
That's not a pillow talker though. That's more of a backstabbing homeboy.
We relaxing. We chilling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing whatever I can because I want Tiff.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the mood because me and Mark boys.
Okay.
Hey man, me and Tiff, we done went up to this restaurant and everything. Me being me, I'm going to evaluate the same game that Mark has told me. I'm like, Tiff, you want to go to such and such? I get up there and you comfortable now.
Okay.
Because it's just not.
So you basically trying to steal the girl that your boy want.
And what I'm going to do is, because the concept that I told you, it's a whole bunch of the pillow talkers.
Okay.
You got majority of the times, and cats will get mad. And this is a hard study of a 3-day study that somebody have gave to me. Michigan fans are pillow talkers. A Lions fans is a pillow talker. A dude that wears a size 10 is a pillow talker, Tiff.
I'm trying to figure out what any of this has to do with the fact that they talk too much.
When you start looking at these variables of men that reveal information and that are,
it can be anybody. Is that what you're saying?
No, it can't be anybody. It can't be. They have pillow talker traits.
So they go to sports, wear size 10 shoes.
No. They are Lion fans.
I don't have time for your shenanigans. Sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't.
I
don't have time for your shenanigans.
I'm just telling you.
So every man who wears a size 10 shoe
is a pillow talker.
Okay, so fellas, who that's listening right now wears a size 10 shoe? Please just put a Mark, smiley face.
Can you pull the ad back up? I'm telling you.
What size shoe do you wear?
11.
What size shoe do you wear?
I wear 12.
He said that shit so proud.
Strong too.
Okay, so any Lions fans? But they gotta go to Lions games. They can't just be a fan.
Mark, is he a Lions?
Mark, are you a Lions fan?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a Lions fan.
You're not a Lions fan, obviously.
I have some Lions gear.
Are you a Michigan fan?
No, I can't say that I'm a Michigan fan. Even
So
though I have
basically-
Michigan's gear. I have-
Video gamers. are
Okay,
pillow
video gamers are pillow
talkers. Ask
talkers.
Mark, do he play video games?
Mark, do you play video games?
At this current point in my life, I don't.
And we know you
Hell
don't
no,
play video.
baby.
I'm trying.
This is a 3-day study, hard study.
So
Dr. Fauci has studied
immunology,
right.
Yeah, we don't care. So basically, what you're saying is dudes who had these. Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, so video gamers, most barbers. A guy coming home telling his girl too much, man talk, gossip queens, he's a shim, guys that tell their girl everything, even stuff that get his mans in trouble, somebody who talks down on another man, okay, to a female to get him in good with that female. Michigan fans don't know what the fuck that has to do with shit, but okay, giving away the blueprint to the guy code. Dudes who wear size 10 shoes, Jehovah Witnesses, made the list. I'm telling y'all, you cannot make this shit up. Hold on, wait.
Hard study.
I want y'all. Hold on. Can we get that back up on the screen? Jehovah Witnesses have made the list, and Lions fans, they also made the list of pillow talkers who tell everything.
And at the bottom it says,
beware of these men, they tell everything. So if you are by chance a video, and very emotional.
See, now I got Tiff's thinking now, huh?
Well, nah, you know what? So okay, I just took some information out of my mind. So
How you take some information out of your mind, Tiff?
So because I was married to a barber. Wow. He was not a pillow talker though. He wasn't a dude who told everything because he was too busy doing a bunch of shit. So he wasn't gonna tell everything. He was too busy doing a bunch of shit. And then he wasn't a Lions fan. He wasn't a Jehovah Witness. But I also dated a guy who wore a size 10 shoe. Ooh. And he wasn't a pillow talker because he was too busy doing shit. So gossiping, no. I've dated dudes who play video games. They too busy playing a video game to fucking talk to you. So when do they have time to pillow talk? They come lay down, you're already asleep. Very emotional. Well, emotional people are going to do shit like this. So I guess that makes sense. But Jehovah Witnesses. I dated a Jehovah Witness. Well, he was a reformed Jehovah Witness.
What's a reformed Jehovah Witness? He was trying to break loose a little bit.
Yeah, he had finally got his PhD and he had transcended God. So then we broke up. But I'm still trying to see what the Michigan fans and the Lions fans and the dudes who wear a size 10 shoe.
Listen, these are.
What do they?
This is a
in
hard,
video
like I
gamers?
said, a hard study of 3-day trials, like running shit 24 hours and information.
And who are they talking to? They women?
Yes.
You supposed to talk to your woman
And reveal. Game?
and reveal. You supposed to talk to your
Information
woman.
like that.
You
Not Tiff. You look beautiful. Tiff. How was work? Tiff. How was this?
Okay, so hold on, wait. So let me explain this. I feel like being in a relationship, your woman is supposed to be part of your refuge. Like she's supposed to be your peaceful place.
You don't tell her everything, Tiff.
Who?
In a relationship, men, you don't tell your woman everything.
No, because you probably are doing some shit
Men,
that you're not supposed to do.
in the battle, you don't tell your wife, you don't tell your girlfriend.
But you talking about in a battle, so basically you are you're pitting us against each other, men and women.
No. Men are like warriors.
Okay.
After I've conquered the world, my job is never to come in the house and tell you how I conquered the world. My job is to make sure that you okay, you at peace.
Okay.
What the world has done don't have nothing to do with you.
Okay.
I come in, Tiff, you look beautiful today. Your eyes is good. Tiff, you smell good.
Okay.
Tiff, what are we eating
And
today?
when you're done with those accolades, do we have any kind of scholarly conversation?
Yes,
Okay, so
Tiff.
you're just not talking about shit that happened in the world.
The world, like my battle with the world does not have nothing to do with you.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that this has anything to do with the reason why black men come home more times than not upset because they can't share when they're at home?
No. Pillow talker. I wouldn't say black. I wouldn't say that, Tiff.
You can't come home and talk to the person who you have vowed to spend the rest of your life with.
Right.
You can't come home and have conversation with this woman.
Right.
Because you just depicted her as the enemy.
No.
You said in a battle.
In a battle, because my battle is the world.
Okay.
I don't bring my battle that I'm battling with the world to you.
Okay.
What I deal with you with.
And this is the reason why so many black men have so much mental illness. So who do you bring it to? You need a therapist.
I need a therapist?
No, I'm
saying
no. If you feel like
so,
if you feel like being able to kick it with the woman that you have vowed to spend the rest of your life with, and you're not gonna give her information about you,
what's
and
going
what
on in the
you're
world?
going through in
what's
the
going
world,
on in the world?
You need a therapist.
No. Because what I do, it's just me. What I do is, after I'm battling the world, right?
Okay.
So I take that energy and all that to somewhere I can release all that at.
Okay.
And once I release all that energy that was hating on me, talking about me, trying to stop me, I release that energy somewhere else. And when I come back to you, I'm perfect. I don't give you what the world has given me, handed to you, because I don't want that to be on your mind.
You don't want the weight on her. Okay,
right.
That's fine.
So what I do, and just me,
I can accept that. I can accept that part.
What I do is,
she is supposed to be your piece, and if she's heavy, then everything is heavy.
So what I do is I work out for damn near 30 days. So when I put that no days off, the shit that's on my mind, the shit that's like bothering me, I take that shit to the gym. So when I'm running 5 miles, I know I shouldn't be running 5 miles because my legs hurt.
Okay.
I know I shouldn't be doing certain shit, but my arm hurt. I focus all that energy in the gym. So when I come to the gym, my body is at peace. So when I come to her, I can talk about all this.
Okay.
And that's my outlet.
So you're not saying that you never bring anything home. It's not that you're not having conversation about things that you struggle with in the world. That's not it.
That's not it.
What you're saying is you're not bringing home
the burden.
The burden of the conversation. Oh, okay, that's different. Okay. Nope, I'm with you. Because I thought we was on two different planes.
Okay. Because Tiff finna break that shit down,
huh? Nah. I was
you was evaluating that shit.
I was a little concerned about the fact, and the only reason why I say this is because I understood what you were saying about not wanting to weigh your peace down. So if your wife is meant, or if your home is meant to be your sanctuary and your peace,
why would I bring
why
all
would
that?
you bring all that heavy in?
Most men, when they get off work, they coming straight home with all that shit in their mind. So then when that woman walks in and she say, so how you, she ain't seen you for 8 hours, 10 hours, 16 hours. So now she's looking for you. Most men,
not your stress,
right?
Not your drama.
Most men to be like, I don't feel like talking right now.
Yeah, been there, done that. It was one of them too.
And so when you do that shit for 5 years, that woman be like, shit. I know as soon as he come in, I can't ask him nothing.
Well, you're not supposed to. I think you supposed to. Okay,
no, you supposed to though, Tiff.
No. Before
if he's able to get it off.
Before I ever, and this is just me being a single mother, being a mom, whatever. Before I walked into my house, so I don't take shit out on my kids. I compartmentalize a whole lot of things.
How many people can though, Tiff?
Not a lot of people can compartmentalize. So
not a lot of women.
I try not to bring my stress from my job to my children. I try not to bring my stress from dealing with men to my children.
So where do you take it, Tiff?
Where do I take it?
Yeah.
I got girlfriends and we kick it.
Okay.
And a lot of my girlfriends are kind of built like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't
But Tim,
don't
let me
have
ask you this.
stunted emotional development.
So let me ask you this. So you get off work. You run into that person that you about to pull up at their house. All that hating type shit. Tiff, don't you need that man to be like, come here?
I do. And I think that's kind of the reason why men and women were created for each other, because you do need a place of refuge, and sometimes you need some place where you feel exclusively safe. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times it's y'all's job to do that, but it's also my job to give you that.
But me personally, I think it's my job to get my shit off and never bring my shit home to you. But if you have to get that shit off, I'm able to absorb all what you need to do.
I think it's a balance thing. So you don't necessarily have to say certain things for, like, being in a relationship. I feel like it's certain things that I don't have to say to my man. So he knows my usual behaviors. So, if
it's thrown off, he's supposed to be able to pick that up, right?
He on some shit. Like,
no. If you thrown off, is he supposed to be able to pick that up too?
This shit look weird. Yeah, he gonna be on that. This shit looks weird. One of the people who I was probably the most in tune with.
Okay, here we go.
But I mean, in every single way, just in tune. And he was my friend. And it's just the fact, if I call and I'm like, oh shit, hold on, you breathed hard, that breath took like 2 milliseconds too long, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? You know, or it might be the way that I carry myself. It might be how I slump my shoulders. It might be how I was walking a little bit different. I might have been walking a little bit slower, but like, he was my friend and he understood when I was off. But at the same time, I was his friend and I understood when he was off. So yeah, you get to kind of unload some of your shit, but that's also the same person who told me one of the most freeing things that he has done in a very long time is actually to get somebody to talk to. So you being able to go to the gym and run and think and shit like that is nice. But that might not be for everybody though, Tiff. No, I'm definitely agreeing. It's nice, but when you have emotional stressors, some of the best things to do is just to be able to say what's going on, write it down. You know, make a diary or whatever the fuck it is that helps you get your shit off. Write a book. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
So I mean, like you say, it's a balance and everything. And at the end of the day, my job, and I be telling brothers all the time, our job is to have y'all have less stress at all times off y'all.
Yeah,
we can, like, and I don't know how men are. I can take the brute, I can take the bulk of the load all the time. But one thing I'm not going to do, I'm never going to give it to you.
No, and I understand that. If the consideration is the fact that when a man comes home, his wife, his woman, his household, his children are supposed to be a refuge for him, then yes, by all means. But if you talking about some punk ass nigga who just out here trying to hate on another dude just to get some ass, that's something a little bit different. But if we talking about refuge, if we talking about refuge, then no, everything is not supposed to hit your woman, and everything for a woman is not supposed to hit her man. You have to have some outsides.
For sure. And I appreciate your church hugs and high fives for showing up at the right time so I can use the bathroom.
I know, right? Because that's what I'm here for.
Mark, I appreciate you. While Mark was in there using the bathroom, waiting on church hugs and high fives in the meantime.
Exactly.
Real quickly, like, we appreciate y'all next week, and we'll see you next week. We're going to have something exciting next week. Something that's representing the city of Detroit, and we're going to push it out there next week. So we appreciate you. Love y'all. Peace.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.